Hi, this is Mark Hirsch. I'm the founder and CEO of CreativeWorx. This video will be a brief overview of TimeTracker, the automatic time capture and timesheet system that eliminates the major problems associated with timesheets for professional services organizations, such as law firms, consulting firms, ad agencies, and others. So the hardest problem of producing a timesheet is understanding how the time was spent. It's very difficult to do to both be an active employee getting work done and to accurately capture that. The follow-up problem with timesheets is entering that information. Very often you see a form like this and you have to sort of break down what you did in 15 minutes or 6-minute increments with the right job code. This is completely the wrong way to do a timesheet. The right way to do it is to have that information captured automatically while you're working, and at the end of the day or at the end of the week to then go back, see what you've done, and have tremendous context to produce an accurate timesheet in just a few minutes. So the biggest problem for employees is, as I was saying, stopping while they work to write down what they did, or to hit a start and stop button, or frankly even to know the right job codes to enter. Those are some big problems. People work and they get interrupted and these systems just break down. As a result, companies are flying blind. Project managers, finance teams, executives, and resource managers, they have a really tough time understanding how the operations are running, and so they can't make their strategic decisions effectively. They're basically working with best guesses, and that has the time is right to change that. So TimeTracker works differently than other applications. What TimeTracker does is it actually captures the effort and it intelligently assigns the right job code to that effort. TimeTracker works with the most popular applications such as Microsoft Office, Adobe Creative Suite, browsers. On the Mac, it works with the Apple productivity tools such as Keynotes, Numbers, and Pages. It works with Adobe PDF and Reader, and many, many more. It also works with calendar information, so with Exchange Calendar or with Google Calendar, iCal Calendar through Google as well. So basically, you can have meetings set up, and those meetings can flow through for all the participants right to their timesheet. They can adjust it later on, and I'll speak to that in a moment. You also can have phone calls coming in and out, being recorded and sent to your timesheet. Now, I want to stop and point out right now that all the data that's collected is on behalf of the individual. He or she can clean up everything, and none of the underlying data, the phone calls, the URLs, the document titles, none of that gets passed along. None of it. So it's just like submitting a normal timesheet, but now the user who's submitting it is fully informed. Not only does TimeTracker accurately capture information spent within the most popular applications as well as with your calendars and meetings, but it can also capture your phone calls. Let's say you're working at your desk and use a Cisco VoIP system as an example. TimeTracker has the ability to take phone calls in and out from there and provide it privately just for the user to determine how he or she spent his time. TimeTracker offers some immediate benefits just by installing and logging in. It'll not only capture all your billable activities, it'll capture when you get interrupted, and it will assign it correctly. As a result, you can forecast accurately, you can plan how your people should be allocated, you can get one-click project scoping. What did it take for a project in the past? Now you get it immediately from TimeTracker. It really will help you streamline operations. The speed of the application, the speed of TimeTracker, and the data that you get really enables some real-time action that can improve client satisfaction tremendously. No client likes to know 4 weeks after a project that they ran over budget by 5 or 10%. But if you can be notified while that's happening and make a strategic decision of yes, we want to go ahead with this project, or no, they don't get surprises and you don't have to potentially negotiate down from the work that you've done and the billing that should be invoiced. Also, because of the time and the efficiency of this platform, users, the actual billable employees, have a much better experience with their day-to-day job, meaning they have higher job satisfaction because they could focus on the work they like to do, not trying to figure out what they did on their timesheet. So how does TimeTracker work? First, the individual just does their work, and behind the scenes, TimeTracker silently collects the information. Again, it's only available to them. It's private. And then it will securely deliver that to TimeTracker in the cloud, where it allows the user to log in and see what they're doing. And they can see it visually, and everything is drag and drop. So it's very easy to clean up, literally taking seconds or minutes to clean up a timesheet. As a result of this, you can get some powerful analytics about how a team project is tracking, as an example. Are you over or under budget, etc. And the APIs that TimeTracker has allows an organization to tie in and give other information that can really help automate processes, as well as to make their existing platforms far more effective. So by talking with platforms like MediaOcean or NetSuite or Oracle or Dynamics or SAP, you can find that users and projects can be automatically submitted to TimeTracker. No one ever has to enter those separately. And then the users would do their work, and the timesheet data would flow back in as soon as the user hits submit timesheets. It's really that easy and that effective. This is the browser experience. On the right-hand side, you can see the calendar, which is drag and drop, so it's very easy to use. The second view down is what we call the details view. You can actually see how time was spent for any given 15-minute or 6-minute time slice, depending on how your system is configured. What that means is you can actually see that you were in a particular document or a particular phone call or a particular email. And of course, TimeTracker absolutely understands which document you're working on if there's multiple documents open. It also will tell you or it'll know if you're idle or not. So if you're idle, perhaps you got up and walked away from your desk, TimeTracker does not keep associating that time with the open document. It pauses, it knows. I do want to highlight the biggest window in the lower left. What you're seeing there is Microsoft Exchange in the background, the calendar, and then TimeTracker in the foreground. And you can see how some of the activities are matching up. And so I can tell that those activities in Exchange were tagged, were identified for TimeTracker, and they flow through. So anyone who's at those meetings or scheduled for them would have this on their timesheet, and they can choose whether or not to actually submit that time. Again, it's 100% adjustable, so they can do what they feel is right with their time. So at this stage, we're going to end this video. There are other videos out there that will actually demo the product, whether it's in the desktop with Microsoft Office or mail, email, or Adobe Creative Suite. So please go check those out. You can get to them at our website, www.creativeworx.com. That's creativeworx.com. And there are free versions, so please go sign up and get started. It should take 1 or 2 minutes. And I look forward to hearing your feedback, and hopefully you enjoy using TimeTracker. Thank you.